Hola amigos, this is Level 12 and today we are going to be talking about Helluva Boss and the review of it. Now, this is also made by VisiPop, and when she announced Helluva Boss, I was a little skeptical on how good it was going to be and also for the future of Has-Been. Now, I will try my best not to compare this to Has-Been, but if one internet animation channel has two different cartoons going on at the same time, the quality of work will be affected on both of them due to the strain of the animation part of it. So I will do my best not to compare the two, but I just want to get it out of the way now. I'm worried for the quality of both Helluva Boss and Has-Been Hotel. Even though I do like both of their premises, I want them both to be good, and I would rather one finish and the other start, or not have to wait 6 months for Has-Been Hotel. Anyway, so for those of you that don't know, Helluva Boss is also set in, as you know, hell. But it's like a different sphere of hell, a different sector of it, I guess, because it has very little to do with the Has-Been Hotel and what they're doing, and also the color palette is very different, which is nice. Has-Been Hotel color palette is very red and pink tone. This one is a lot of the same red tones, but with blacks and white and grays. So the basic premise of Helluva Boss is Blitzo, or Blitz, I forgot the O is silent, whatever. Blitz is a mob guy, and he takes people out. So basically he owns a company, and say someone died and was sent to hell, but they didn't have unfinished business in the living world, so they want to kill an ex-girlfriend, or they want a cheater or someone to die. Blitz, by happenstance, is able to go to the to the real world with his two little demons, Moxie and Millie, and his receptionist Luna, and kill whoever that is for a fee. You know, it's I think it's a really interesting premise. I would find it interesting. The pilot episode was 11 minutes long, so already we can see that this one is going to be shorter and not as, in my opinion, as well made as Has-Been Hotel, because Has-Been Hotel seems like it's going to have a very linear story, and Helluva Boss feels like to me it's going to be more episodic than Has-Been Hotel. And again, I know shouldn't compare the shows, but just work with me here. The 11-minute pilot was okay. We'll get into the review in a second, but just by this pilot being 11 minutes and the first pilot for Has-Been Hotel being 31 minutes, we can already tell that there's a difference there. There's a huge difference. If it was 25 minutes and 31 minutes, it wouldn't be that different, but we'll get into it. So, first are the pros and cons. The characters and the voice actors. All the characters are very unique in their own sense. I love all the characters except for Luna. I hate her with a passion. But all the characters are very unique, and the voice actors are amazing for all of them. I believe Moxie, the male demon, the male little imp-looking demon, is actually voiced by the dude who voiced Invader Zim, which is really cool because I grew up on that show, and I compared Has-Been Hotel to to Pantheon Stalking, and Helluva Boss does give me a very big Invader Zim vibe just for adults. And again, the voice actors were all very good. I love the voice actor for Molly, who gives her a heavy southern twang, and I love the voice actor for Blitz, who's this businessman. I don't know, I just love Blitz's character, even though he's supposed to be the anti-protagonist or whatever. The animation quality is actually pretty decent. There are some, as with Has-Been Hotel, there are some parts that could look better, but again, it's done by a team of internet friends, not by a company, so I'm willing to sacrifice super high definition animation quality for the passion and the story and how good the characters are. The story premise seems very good. I like the premise of some mob guy from hell going back to the real world and just causing mayhem up there. Something I wish I'd put in the cons is the people look... I think I understand now why VisiPop does a lot of demons and non-human characters, because her humans look a little questionable, not gonna lie, for how well the demons look. It's a little odd that the humans look just kind of like shapes. I don't know how to describe it. When I saw the humans, I was a little confused, but they're just shapes, triangles and squares and circles and things like that. Obviously with proportions and stuff like that, but like compared to the demons, the humans don't look nearly as interesting, and it feels like if you're going to be spending quite a while in the human world, then you might make them look better. I'm not sure how to say that, but the story premise of going to the human world and like causing mayhem there sounds very interesting. The color scheme is also, again, very unique from Has Been Hotel. Has Been Hotel, again, relied heavily on like pinks and reds and whites and just different shades of pinks and reds. Like I think Angel Dust is a good indicator of the pink side, and then Charlie is a good indicator of the red side. Alistair, the backgrounds, it's just the art style is what drew me to that show, and the color scheme. The color scheme for this one, again, is very uniquely different. It relies more on these same tones of reds and a lot of blacks and whites, and with Luna grays. It's a very different like vibe you get from the show, the music and all that. It's just very different. So that's what I like about the show, and I really hope it does continue. I will continue to watch. I don't want Has Been Hotel and Helluva Boss to suffer. And I thought I would get home before the Helluva Boss pilot dropped so I could discuss it in its own video, but I very clearly did not do that. Anyways, so the cons for Helluva Boss, which are kind of Luna. Let's just talk about Luna. Luna is the wolf character. She's the secretary, and she does not do a good job of doing that. Luna is, as Moxie described her, a runaway teenager with problems, and that is the perfect description of her. Just in my opinion, it's a perfect description of her. So, Luna is annoying because she is that just teenager that just hates life, and it's like, woe is me, and it's not a phase, mom, just that kind of teenager. And I don't like that personality, especially because the other three actually seem like to do a good job at their job. And even, like, Blitz is completely ignoring of her, which I guess that's just her role, and I dislike her because she exists. And her scale, like her character scale, is really off. She stood beside a fridge, and when she stood beside the fridge, she looked to be about 6 feet tall. And Luna is, a wolf character, a wolf demon. I would expect her to be bigger than 2 imps, or whatever the heck they are. And when she went outside to, I don't know, murder a baby, I can't exactly remember at this moment in time, she looked to be about as tall as the building, which would obviously have to be bigger than 6 feet tall. Her scale and, like, her size is not consistent, and I'm just not here for that. And she's a very cliche character. She's a wolf, and they named her Luna. Luna is the most basic name you can give a wolf because of the moon. Luna translates to the moon, and granted, they didn't spell it the way Luna would translate to the moon, but it's still like super cliche, and her character as just a teenage wolf is very cliche, and I'm not into that. Next is the pilot itself was 11 minutes long, and the story did not continue for half of it. Half of it, we went down 2 subplots, 2 frame stories, one to figure out Luna's origins, which we didn't even do, and one to figure out how Blitz can manage his way into the human world, and then another one just how Blitz interrupts his and Moxie's and Millie's married life. Which, I mean, that was kind of funny, but I didn't care how he got the book. No one really cares. It was a very quick way to explain something they could have done in another episode, or it could have been like the plot of the owl guy trying to get his book back. And that goes back to the jokes and the crude humor. Has Been Hotel has a lot of crude humor. My favorite character, Angel Dust, is a porn actor. Like, I'm not going to deny that these shows are not made for kids, but Helluva Boss takes it a little too far, to the point where they had to bleep out an entire conversation and Blitz destroyed the phone over it. Like, if you're gonna make jokes like that, at least don't bleep it out. It makes it seem worse than it is. Like, come on. I wish they would dial the crude humor back just a little bit, because Has Been Hotel didn't have all that crude humor, and if your entire show will have to be bleeped or censored or age restricted by YouTube, then, like, why have it in there? Because it's not going to reach the audience you want. I don't know. I just wish it wasn't the way it was. And I'm just being picky and an old woman over it. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know your opinions on Helluva Boss. Like and subscribe for more random fandom things. Ciao, chicos.